You got it. You got it. Nope. Let's let it play out a little bit today. We need to meet that minute requirement.
Welcome back. What it do? Premium beats. That gets real loud. Makes me
You
want
should
to.
see the audio right now. It is. It is large and in charge.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, gang.
As you can see, we've been upgraded.
We have upgrades.
You've probably seen the TV in the past. We didn't know how to incorporate it.
It was. I think it was just the Rue episode when they put the TV in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we were kind of like, maybe we put the BK logo in.
How about a
But
fire?
how about a fire? You know, it's fall season. We're bringing fall vibes. This is also the first dark podcast that we've had.
We're trying out these new lights.
Yeah,
It probably doesn't even look very much different.
it probably doesn't, but to us it does. It's kind of a vibe in here.
Yeah, we're chilling now. I mean, we were chilling before, but like,
It feels comfy. I feel like I could like go to sleep
I was gonna say,
if
this
these
is-
bright lights weren't shining in my face.
this is probably going to make the podcast just go like an extra 40 minutes each
Probably.
time now. 'Cause we're just like, oh yeah, we're like actually doing something with a time limit, really.
Yeah, that's true. Man, what's been new? I feel like we haven't done a one with me and
Yeah.
you in like a week and a half.
It has been long. It's been 2 weeks since
Yeah,
we,
2 weeks.
but yeah, we're just getting into the flow of things with basketball picking up. That's really the only sport we actually ended up caring about when it comes to
That's
our
true.
breakdowns. If we have someone
I
come
don't know.
on.
I was at the Midland hockey game this weekend.
How was that, dude?
They fell short.
Oh, they did.
I'll
Who'd they play?
They played Drury. Drury. I always have
That's
like
not
trouble.
that's not a very good school.
They're from Missouri, I
Yeah.
believe.
Brandy Riley.
Yeah, she does go there.
I don't know if she still does.
She did at one point.
She went there once. Shout out her for. There you go.
If you're watching the pod.
This is so loud. Let me hit one of.
But yeah, we
one
played.
of. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Played them. I think it was like 3-1.
Brutal.
What I forgot to tell you is they had an empty net goal from like 3/4 ice, maybe
Nice.
longer. Like
Oh,
it was
that's kinda hype.
it was pretty
Kind of a
tough.
low scoring game though. That's not really what you want when you go to a hockey game.
3 goals. I mean,
But it was
not for
2
us.
to 1. But it was 2 to 1.
3-1.
Well, yeah. Okay, I meant. Okay,
Like 2
I thought
real
you meant.
goals.
I thought you meant 3 for the other team. Okay.
No, they had 3. We
Still,
had 1.
that's not the best. Like they need to.
No.
We need a UNO versus CC.
Yeah,
game.
you want like a 4-5
Even those
going down.
those were like 1-0 and 2-1 for us, but
Yeah.
they're like exciting.
But they're live.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about that. The game at Omaha is January 11th. So we'll see. I might be making
I
it
was
back
like-
just for that.
I was like,
But
I'll be here.
If y'all are at work or internship,
What
then
day?
I'm like, I'm not going. It'd be a Friday or Saturday.
Oh yeah. I'll
So we'll see.
obviously I'm going to that. If it's Friday or Saturday, it'd be like at night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Tristan
it's,
will probably-
it's really me that's
Yeah. I was
in
like,
question.
well, Tristan. No, I don't know.
Tristan's
I
a-
mean,
Tristan's
he
a
goes to
question,
enough internship things that you'd think he could like take a day off.
Yeah, that's true.
How
Tristan's
many
real
hours?
busy.
How many hours does he need?
He said like 200, right? He's probably at like 300 already.
No, because he
No, he
wasn't
said he
there
was like
yet.
halfway a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. So he's got to be like 3/4 close to.
Maybe
right
he
now.
needs 300.
Maybe.
He's been there a lot.
Dude, he's there all day, every day. Shout out Tristan Montero. Keep him busy.
Hardworking
You never,
PT.
never hang
Or
out with the fellas. Though.
trainer.
Yeah.
AT.
AT. Other than that,
Well, speaking of Midland hockey, I think we have a story for Midland hockey early on from our freshman year.
oh, that's true.
Is that my story or yours?
You can tell it.
I'll tell it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're at a hockey game freshman year.
Early freshman year.
Yeah.
This is, I think, like the first like game we've gone to other than volleyball.
Yeah, because it was before basketball season for
Mm-hmm.
sure. So it was still either early October or late September. But Midland's playing Iowa State, which they're probably on the same level. Maybe Iowa State's probably a little bit better in
Yeah.
hockey from our school.
We didn't
But it
really
just-
understand.
Yeah, we didn't know there's like
The
a bunch of difference.
conferences.
There's a big difference between like D1 college hockey
Mhm.
and like
Whatever we're in. I
We're
forget
in
what's it's even called.
ACHA or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's like D1 and that's kind of like NAI. They don't have NAI hockey. Whatever they're
They
in
don't
is
even
pretty much
have,
NAIA.
they don't even have like D2 either though. Like
I
it's
think
not
they
like
do. I think they might. I'm not sure.
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we're like, oh, Iowa State, like that's interesting.
We were
that's
like,
that's
we're
a
about
school
to
we've heard of.
We're about to get destroyed.
So we're at the game. It's like pretty close throughout. I think the one we went to, because
No, the one we went to, they got
played-
destroyed. The one
Oh, they got
y'all went to
okay,
the day
so
after.
they played Friday and Saturday.
hmm
Friday night is the game we're at, and then is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday.
Okay, Friday, Saturday. So we're at the Friday night game. They lose that game like 7-0, but the Saturday night game they lose like
It's like
3-2.
Yeah,
it was a one goal
Pretty
game
close.
because they hit Iowa State scored on like a game winner in the
Mhm.
third period with like 30 seconds left, and Midland actually almost tied it up with like no time left.
Mhm.
So it was kind of hype. But so the Friday night game, Iowa State blows us out like 6-7-0,
It was
just
real bad.
dogging us. I think we might have scored one goal because I remember doing the
Yeah.
chant.
Yeah.
So it might have been like
Like the hey
7-1.
goalie, you suck. While we're down 6-1.
But it's I don't know what period. Probably it's either first or second. It's still like early enough that like the game's kind of closed. We're not like disassociated from the game.
Yeah.
We're like still paying
We're still
attention
locked
as
in.
opposed to just like talking to people in the
Dissociated.
crowd. Good word. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, Iowa State's kind of pushing down the ice. It might be an odd man rush, 3-on-2, and right wing's got it 1-on-1 with our defender here.
Oh, man.
Deeks right, Deeks left, defender, poke check, misses, goes through his leg. The offensive
Five-hole.
guys right through the defender's legs. Defender doesn't really know where the puck is. Kind of hits a turn.
Turns and falls
Iowa
right
State-
on his ass.
Loki snatches him back the other way, and as he's trying to adjust, falls right on the ground. And we're like, and then
Like-
it gets better. And then I don't know how he's finished, but he scores a goal, and we're just, oh my gosh, that's
was-
the greatest hockey
It
play
was-
I've seen in my life.
It was the single greatest hockey play
Bro, just
I've seen in person and
easily.
like on video.
Bro, just triple deked, made our defender fall, and
And then like
scored.
deep
he
goal, like, top shelf.
Yeah, he like stretched around the goalie and lifted it up over
It
the
was
over the pads.
disgusting.
One-
I've waited 3 years to try to find this clip, and I can't. I think Midland like deleted it from their history because it was
so embarrassing.
disgusting.
Oh my gosh. I pretty much sat down the rest of the game. I was just thinking about that goal. I mean,
Bro, I've never heard a crowd be so silent.
Yeah.
We're all just.
we're just at a Midland home game, and Iowa State just made the nastiest move in human history.
It was so.
Think about it
bad.
this way: if Midland did that to Iowa State, I think half the bleachers run onto the ice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it was so gross.
That's like Sports Center top 10 for sure.
Easily.
Number one.
If that got sent in, that would have easily been a top 2,
Yeah.
maybe probably 1 on.
It had to have been number one.
Would have been insane.
Dude, if y'all don't know hockey, the amount of times, like, if you're
That
making
shouldn't
defender
happen.
fall in hockey,
That shouldn't happen.
that's like soccer. That's
Yeah.
like that goal
Like,
we
that
watched the other
shouldn't
day.
happen.
Like, you should not be.
Lionel
falling.
Messi dropping Jerome Boateng.
Yeah.
Barcelona versus
Really good defender, by the way.
Yeah. At that time, he was probably top 3 in the world.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But yeah, one of the most
I
disgusting.
mean, phenomenal
Plays
play,
we've ever
and we're
seen.
just
That kind of goes up with, like, what good performances have we seen? We've seen that.
Ryan Miller.
We've seen
obviously,
Ryan. We've
that we
seen
talked about.
Derek and
That triple double.
Derek and whatever the Briarcliff's dude name was.
Stillwell.
Stillwell. Well, that was one of the best basketball games I've ever seen in
Mhm.
person.
I mean, L went for like 35 like back-to-back nights
Yeah.
during
L
that
was
one
always
tournament.
hooping. Bo in a Bellevue tournament.
Yeah, hit like 11 threes
That's
against
insane.
their zone.
He was like 80% from three. We've seen a lot of good performances in college. All games.
Yeah.
I mean, even bring it back to first week of college. That's how we met Baxter. Me and Tristan were at a soccer game. And the Midland goalie, I think we lost, but the Midland goalie was hooping.
Yeah.
And women's
What a
soccer,
weird day.
she was hooping. Baxter pulls up to a women's soccer game just
By
by himself. And me and Tristan are there by ourselves.
I was bored. It was probably Saturday morning. No, it's afternoon, but like Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I think it was like the first weekend.
The first weekend after the week of classes.
After we started class.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't know anybody. I probably could name like 3 people in the entire school. So
Yeah.
I was just trying to find things to do. Oh no, that was later. That was like the next week.
Yeah.
There's a women's soccer game. The business professors put on this like pizza thing. I don't know if anybody at Midland even knows about this besides like Nick Schreck and John Moxness that like maybe remember. Maybe like Lynn Schnorr remembers. But it was like 4 years ago or 3 years ago now, our freshman year. They have the business professors put on this like, hey, we'll buy you pizza if you show up to the women's soccer game on a like Tuesday night or Monday night or something during conference. So I RSVP on the like website or whatever, and I show up. I'm the only one there. It's literally me and 5 or 6 business professors, and I'm like,
you stay?
Really? Yeah, I hung out with them. No, it was like cool because Nick Schreck had like his wife and his kid there. John Moxness is always cool to talk to. Lynn Schnorr was talking to me about
Lord knows what.
Yeah, who knows what at this point. And I had like 6 pieces of Gambino's pizza for free.
Yeah, that's what you want.
At that point, I was like at worst, like, oh, literally that'll happen, and I'll get free pizza.
Yeah,
and I literally don't care.
And
I got to meet with all my professors and like actually get to know who they were.
Build connections.
So then I show up to class and I'm like, oh, what's
what
up,
bro?
Like,
yeah.
So I was just already having
pretty
connections.
good outcome.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a weird.
What a 12-minute intro. The main thing we were going to talk about today was actually dorm stories. We have
dormitory.
We have pretty good dorm stories. Some are better than others. Some you can't tell on the pod. But we're going to go through some of our favorites from, I guess we were only in dorms first 2 years. So for those of you who don't know, most of like me and Baxter's group that we hang out with, we were all in Gunderson freshman year, and Baxter was in Beagle. So he had to commute all days pretty much.
All days. And
every day.
Beagle didn't have air conditioning, by the way.
That's true. So Baxter would commute.
But Gundy's also always didn't work. So there's also that.
There were some days when it did though, and that was real nice. That was real nice. I guess one of the first ones. I guess I'll tell this one. In Gunderson, I feel like Gundy that year was known for a lot of shenanigans. Some of which I don't really know about.
The most shenanigans.
But there were some.
But like you'd get a glimpse of it just being in the hallway, and you'd be like,
yeah, like who are you?
What is going on?
So, a little context: I was in 5th floor Gundy. Everyone knows 5th floor Gundy.
5th floor
was not the move. I don't really know what was going on, but I know it was bad stuff.
It was a lot of football players, D linemen.
Yeah, it was real loud up there.
A lot of brain dead human beings.
So all the basketball guys, they were on 3rd floor. So I would go down to. I probably lived on 3rd floor. I was on 3rd floor more than I was in my room.
Awake, absolutely.
Yeah. So one of these nights, we're all just chilling in, Tristan Marcus's room, whatever, and we hear some commotion in the hallway.
Commotion is such a great word.
People are running back and forth. And we're like, what is going on? It's like 10:30. What are we doing?
On a school night.
Yeah, on like a Tuesday night or something. And then we keep listening, and we kind of hear like a, we're like, that's weird.
That's not normal.
So we peek our head out. These 2 dudes are, they have a legit whip. He has a whip, and he's whipping his friend. Like running in the hallway, like a rodeo. It's not a lasso. It's a whip.
Yeah, a dude.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Just chasing him down the hall.
So we go naturally. We're gonna watch this happen. Like this is awesome.
We're not gonna step in. He's laughing. He's not in he's not actually looking for help.
So we're kind of chilling on like the stairway. So we're not in the line of fire here, and they're just doing 100-meter sprints. Just.
Wasn't it like 4 dudes like trading back and forth?
Yeah.
One would chase and the other would be running,
yeah.
and then like they'd switch positions. Yeah. They were willingly doing this like in an order.
In an order. It was hilarious. And obviously we didn't jump in because I'm not trying to get
whipped.
Not trying to get the biggest welt of my life.
And I'm not very fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. They get you.
I'm getting whipped
That was
3 or 4 times in that hallway.
That's a long whip. So yeah, that was an interesting night, I gotta say.
Same hallway, months later though.
Yep.
Probably not. Probably weeks later. I don't know. We don't know the
Around the
timeline for all
same
these
time.
things. We don't have the. We couldn't find the videos of these things.
I do have the whip video. if I want to throw that in, I might throw it in.
But one day, we're just walking back from probably Chipotle or something.
Mhm.
We just got back into the dorm. It's me, Colbin, and someone else. We're not sure. It might have been
Gunner.
Gunner. He says
Because it
Gunner.
was Gunner's ball. It was
Why
his.
does he have a bowling ball? Just
He won it at some like classroom thing or like
Okay.
something that year.
apparently Gunner won a bowling ball. Y'all haven't met Gunner.
We'll try to get Gunner on.
Well, most of you probably watching probably know
Yeah,
Gunner.
you
But
know
anyways, Gunner has a bowling ball. And we're like, let's go and roll this down the hallway, see if we can like, I don't know. I have
there
literally
was
no idea.
There was no point. We were like,
We were just like, let's roll it,
straight.
let's just roll it down the hallway. Well, at the very end of the hallway, there was these like AC vents
Yep.
that were just like the big metal, it's a
Big metal radiator.
it's a 115-year-old building.
Yeah.
It's got the big metal, like hollow,
Mhm.
just really loud. Well, we roll it down the hallway, and we start to realize like, oh, that's gonna hit the thing.
Yeah, we're like, oh no.
We're at the other end. It's a like you said, 100. It's like an 80-meter hallway probably.
Mhm.
It's a pretty long hallway.
It's a real long hallway.
I'm pretty sure we take off towards the bowling ball. Can't get to it. It's too late.
About 10 seconds, you're kind of hitting one of those. You're like, oh no.
You're like, you realize we're not gonna get there, and it's gonna be a loud noise. When I tell you, it's one of the loudest noises I've ever heard.
It was the biggest boom you've ever heard in your life.
And we're still chasing it. We don't really stop. We kind of just
Yeah.
cringe. Boom! And we're like, oh my gosh, the whole school heard that.
Yeah. Beagle heard that.
Yeah, we look
Across
around
campus.
and we're just
We're like, oh, my bad.
no like RAs came out or anything.
Yep.
We're like, wow. That was,
Let's do it again.
that was the loudest thing I've ever heard though.
I think we all got one turn. I think we did it 3 times. Just going back and forth.
Boom!
And it's just
every time. First time we're like, oh man, that was real loud.
I
Let's
think
do it
we
again.
roll it a little bit harder.
Yeah, second time we're like, well, nobody came out. Let's see if we can do it again.
It was the loudest thing ever. It was
And
so
third
fun.
time we were like, all right, we should probably stop.
Yeah, it's like let's go back inside.
Somebody's
before-
probably doing homework
Yeah.
somewhere and finna come out and just be like,
or sleeping.
Dude.
I think it was pretty late.
could have been sleeping.
I think people were definitely like sleeping. Ooh, you hear that knee pop?
Did you hear that?
Oh, that was your knee?
That was my
Oh,
ankles.
stop that.
Should we get that on the mic?
No, we shouldn't. Well, ASMR ankle pop. We got one more Gundy story. This one's not as funny, but freshman year we had a couple roommates. We were on some weird stuff freshman year. Like we were doing a lot of weird things in the dorms, and one of which was I think there was a trend on TikTok or something where you would put hand sanitizer, like a thin layer of hand sanitizer on your hand,
90% of people have seen this before, though. I don't think it was a trend
Yeah.
on TikTok. I think it was just like
or just a trend or something.
something you could do.
Yeah.
And I think it was literally just something you could do. Like I don't even think. It
Oh,
was
that's
a
like
trend.
been a thing.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because
Well,
I had a friend in
It
high
was,
school. that
dude.
used
It
to
was
do
a thing for us for like a week straight. We'd just be chilling, and people would put like a thin layer of hand sanitizer on their hand, and then just someone had a lighter, and they would just be lighting our hands on fire. And
Not us.
I was not doing it.
Because like,
Like, what am I doing?
because if I saw that, I'd be like, dude.
Because they're
get
like
me outta
chilling,
here.
and they're like, like, dude, that can't be fun.
Yeah,
But
you just burned your hand.
I mean,
a
there
little
was like
bit
that
for no
stuff.
reason.
We had what were those wars? It was like the shaving cream wars or the toothpaste wars. That's what it was.
No, dude, and
With
the
Gunner and Dylan.
and what
Oh, and
gun
the
was
gun,
that? What gun?
it was
Not
like
a real
a-
gun. Don't demonetize us.
Yeah, guys. We had a.
A shooter.
It was
I don't
like
know what it's
a.
called. Was it?
It was like a
airsoft?
bubble
Was it
gun.
airsoft?
It had like little bubble.
Like
um,
Orbeez.
The Orby gun.
Was it Orbeez?
Something like
It
that.
was like Orbeez.
And
Wow.
it hurt.
That thing
Like,
could shoot.
we would just be chilling in Tristan's room, like 5 of us just watching, and Gunner would come in with this Orby gun and just start
Boom, 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 boom.
blasting. And we're just, oh. So we had like Orby gun wars
You had to keep a blanket around at all times.
at all times. Like you had to be, it was really an unsafe, like mentally unsafe environment. Because you could be watching the happiest show.
You were anxious.
and
at
you're
all
just
times.
checking the door every 5 seconds.
You had the door locked.
You hear that? Yeah, we would lock the door.
From that point, for like a solid month, we just locked the door.
Yeah.
And we're like, you can't get in.
Yeah. Someone switched the peephole too. Remember?
Forgot about that. Yeah.
So they could
That was
just
so
peer in.
weird. That was so weird.
That was funny.
They flipped the peephole from the inside to the outside.
So you could just look in people's
And you
rooms.
can start looking in the rooms. Sounds really creepy, but it was all
hilarious.
dudes on the floor.
Yeah, it was all dudes, so it's fine.
So like it's
Yeah.
less creepy. I
It was
guess, somehow
just guys being dudes.
trying to peep on their friends.
Yeah.
What's wrong
Interesting. Nothing. Moving into sophomore year, we moved to Lund.
with that? Yeah.
Lund was fantastic.
It's like an apartment complex. We have
Pretty
two
much.
full bathrooms for 4 people.
Everyone
people,
gets their own room.
yeah, own room. 2 people share a bathroom. 2 people share a bathroom, and then there's a living room, kitchen. Kind of even a pretty big living space to. We
Huge
had
living space.
a whole ping pong table where we could
yeah, we would
play
play ping pong.
Yeah.
we'd
whatever else
film trick shots.
for one night.
One
only.
night.
What
That
a
was our
long
horse.
night. Was that
Thanksgiving
that had to
night.
have been, yeah. It was like that had to have been while we were just alone.
Yeah. No one else was there.
Yeah.
So we moved to Lund, and I didn't talk about No Talk. We'll talk about it after.
I was going to talk about No Talk.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
I was gonna move chronologically, but
Whatever.
in Lund there's 4 apartment complexes per floor,
Yeah.
and we knew 2 of the rooms, so we knew 8 people out of the other 12.
Who else?
We knew the swimmers, and we knew Tiff and Abby, and
The swimmers lived over there?
Mhm.
Dude, I didn't even remember that. I
Yep.
was like really trying to think who lived over there besides
yeah.
Tiffany, Abby, and
So we knew the swimmers. By the way,
Wait.
on our floor, it was me, you, Tristan, Marcus, and then all girls.
Yeah.
So we were the only dudes on our floor.
Well, okay, because all the basketball players, I don't know if they just really don't like us, but they
They
didn't
moved.
tell us where they were going to
Yeah.
live.
They were actually the farthest away from us.
Yeah, so we're like, let's just pick a first floor building. Like, why wouldn't we pick first floor? Move everything in a lot easier. Never have to go up and down stairs at our
Mhm.
house. Like, that sounds like a vibe. Come to find out, the whole like basketball team takes like the 3rd floor in the opposite building. So
Yeah.
we had Lund on one side and Atch on the other. All the basketball players lived in Atchison on the 3rd floor. We lived Lund first floor.
Like the farthest walk possible.
Like nobody told us. I mean, we didn't really hang out with them anyways,
yeah.
and they're like rarely. But
Yeah.
I was like, we were on the same team.
Yeah,
You
like,
didn't
what are we
even-
doing? No
Like
ta-
never
no
once
talk?
were they just like.
Yo, we're gonna be on.
But yeah, so we did the logical thing, and we're like, yeah, first floor. Why wouldn't we never walk up and down
Exactly.
stairs? And they were like, yeah,
Because there's no elevator either.
Yeah, and they just go 3rd floor of the other building.
Anyways,
Shout in, you guys.
yeah. What are we
Not
doing?
really, because
Y'all are cool.
I didn't need to be around y'all anyways. Like, yeah, if I walk out the building, I see them. So.
Yeah. It's like we saw him every day anyways in practice.
Kobe Shannon.
Kobe.
Shout out Kobe Shannon.
Yeah. Shout out Kobe if you're watching.
Aussie.
So within these levels, each RA would put like name tags per like season, pretty much.
There was only one RA in each building, though.
Yeah, only one RA. So our RA would put name tags for like fall, be like Halloween name tags,
Midterms.
So
Pretty much once every
after
like 3 weeks.
yeah, after the year, each door probably had like each person probably had 5 name tags, which means each door probably had 20 name tags if you kept them all up.
Yeah. Nobody took them down.
Oh, they didn't. So as a funny prank, we're the only dudes. Harmless prank.
We're bored at
We're bored.
10 p.m. on
So
a Friday or
I was
Saturday
like,
night.
what if one of these times we just like gradually started taking like a couple name tags off each person's door and started putting them on our fridge. So like,
No, none of the people on our floor come into our room.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah, they would never
maybe
be in
like
there.
once.
Maybe once, but they're not going to see our fridge.
Besides that random dude who walked into our
Yeah,
room.
yeah. That was so weird.
Hello?
Do I know
Oh,
you?
my bad.
So
Anyways.
every time we would like one of our roommates would come back from class or practice or something, we'd just take 1 or 2 name tags from our level, put it on our fridge. After about a week, we probably had 50 I have the picture. We probably had like 50 name tags on our fridge.
Including our own. We were taking our own.
Yeah, our
that
own
way to
raw.
kinda, like,
Because we
cover our
weren't
own
going to
self.
be like,
Yeah.
who did that, and then we all have our own name tags on there.
So we're taking our own off at the same time.
So once our floor is tagless, it's like a Friday night. We have this group chat for first floor.
You made it.
I made the first floor group chat, and I go, "Yo, does anyone know who's taking these name tags off the thing?" And everyone's just in shambles. It's just like 12 girls. Just I don't know, like what's going on. And I'm over here just dying laughing.
We get an email from not our RA, but from another like there's the student
affairs
RA, and then it's like the person over her.
Mm-hmm.
We get an email from them, and it's like, "Yo, whoever's been taking the name tags, please return them or face a $10 pad charge."
Yeah, and we're like, "Are you kidding me?
You're gonna charge 12 students 16 students $10 each because of some name tags.
You're gonna charge us 160 as a floor
for laminated
a few pieces of paper
for 10 sheets of paper
that
are laminated. Are you serious?
Are you for real? And
unbelievable.
So
we
try to sneak them back on, a little bit at a time. I think we tried to do it in one night, and we got 2 doors worth.
Because at that point we were just annoyed.
Yeah, we got 2 doors worth, and we're trying to be sneaky. And I remember we go to the swimmers one. We put a few on, come back, get a couple more,
and they were just.
We put one more on. Whip! Door opens as I'm like right here with it. And we're like, you got us.
Good for you.
But
you would have never caught us.
Yeah. If it
wasn't for that $10 pad charge for no reason.
So
shout in RAs and student affairs.
Like just harmless, hilarious prank.
Can you guys have a little fun, please?
Yeah. Like we had, what was that other prank we were going to do? Like start like slipping in. I don't know. We had some other.
We started doing something under the door.
Yeah,
that was like similar to this, like just
funny, stupid stuff.
We're college 19-year-olds.
Also, our floor like never talked to each other. Like no one knew anyone on that floor. So we were trying to build a bond. Never worked.
Like other floors like ended up meeting each other.
Yeah,
we never met them.
We never met each other. I knew. I just met Tiffany.
I don't really know that I wanted to. We knew Sally, but
Sally never talked to us. Whatever. Anyways. Why don't you talk about our Fall Guys endeavors?
Oh man, Fall Guys, sophomore year. So like you said, we're all in the same apartment. We each have our own room. But we all have either PlayStation or Xbox. So we play, a fun game. Not everyone. A lot of people know what Fall Guys is though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stupid game. You can either play by yourself or, with a few other people. Yep. So it's kind of the perfect thing for it's like a like when it comes to team camaraderie, it's kind of the same idea as Fortnite. You just kind of, it's something you can hop on and just kind of enjoy with your homies and play and
like nothing too serious or anything.
Yeah, you're not you don't actually have to lock in to be good at Fall Guys or anything like that. I think that was a big motivating factor for it. So we're playing that, and we just we get into this the final game. It's it's squad versus squad here, 4v4. We get fall ball, which is just
fall ball. We love fall ball.
We love fall ball. We're athletes. It's just another version of soccer with like these giant soccer balls, and you have a little minion looking thing.
It's like a jelly bean.
And that
walks.
And like a giant soccer ball, and you're trying to put that soccer ball in the net like regular soccer. Well, we're in it might have been our first game, to be honest.
I think it was.
We're in our first game here. We made the finals. It's like 15 squads, and it eventually gets down to 2 based off like elimination games. So we're playing this team heads up squad v squad here in fall ball.
They don't know that our squad is within 50 feet of each other.
Yeah, I mean they could all be randoms that don't know each other.
Yeah.
They could be doing the same thing across the.
It's true.
Across the school, and we're just locked in. We're yelling at each other like from room to room. Like, yo, let's lock in.
We're getting hyped.
And so it's this. We start the game. It's 0-0 for. It's like is it 2-minute game?
Yep.
3-minute game?
2-minute game.
It's in 2 or 3 minutes. And it's 0-0 for like the first minute. Like nobody's really getting anything going.
Yep.
And if it goes to, gets to 0, it just goes sudden death. First to score wins. And there's 2 balls on the field at all times. 2 just giant balls. Like you can barely push them on your own.
Yeah.
So like you really got to work in kind of twos. So me and Colbin are staying back. We got Tristan and Marcus kind of attacking. And it gets a little unfavorable for us. We're getting a little nervous.
Unfavorable.
They're putting the pressure on with both balls. and they get a shot off, and it
Goes over my head.
It goes over Colbin's head. It's going right towards the goal. And I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I make the greatest save in Fall
ball
Guys history.
I could get with that.
Diving into the net. The ball probably crossed. It's got to cross the full way. It probably crossed 80% of the line.
Yep.
And it bounces out.
Bounces out, and you fall into the.
And I fall into the
net.
goal and get respawned back at midfield.
Yep.
And I just hear Colbin in my ear. What a save!
I'm screaming.
At this point, I don't even know if they scored yet. Like, I don't even know
Yeah.
if it went in or not. He got it cleared as I'm like spawning back in. I get back to the goal, and we're just, oh my gosh.
I had the
what a
greatest view. I was
save.
just watching this. I just see him come like out of my screen, just meow.
Yeah. And so we get it. It's still tied 0-0. Ball's rolling back towards our goal. Ball's rolling. And I just get this perfect angle. If you could get the right angle and dive into it, the ball would just launch.
You could sail.
It was
that
like
thing.
the only way you could really move it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And ball's rolling right towards our goal. It's easy save for us. I dive into it, perfect timing. It just gets launched from 75% away on the field, right into the goal.
Just straight cat.
Oh my gosh!
And me and Baxter just like
13
going
seconds,
crazy.
And we're like, just hold
on,
defend.
hold on.
we're going nuts. Everyone in the room, you can just hear everyone.
Yeah,
Oh
we're all
my
getting
gosh,
hyped.
here
We're
we
all getting
go."
hyped.
4, 3, 2. Oh my god!
Headphones are coming off.
Headphones coming off. We're hitting a run around the room, and then
Me and Baxter.
we take a run outside of the building.
We hit a lap around Atchin Lund.
Around the block.
A full
a
block
barefoot
lap.
Oh,
We're
just yelling.
Just shirts off running.
just like we scored a goal in soccer.
It's like 11 o'clock. People are trying to sleep. We're just screaming around Atchin
It didn't
Lund.
matter.
Did not matter. We
What a
were
moment.
like, it was that really
What a
like
moment.
that was good for friendship and spirits. I think that really built.
I mean, imagine the greatest soccer goal you ever saw. Probably just multiply it by 3.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the greatest save you've ever seen.
Think about Tim
Added-
Howard reaching.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it was.
with Everton.
Yeah.
And then like throw in like James Rodriguez's World Cup goal in 2014
Facts.
off the chest,
Yeah.
30 yard or 26 yards out off the crossbar and in. I
So a
mean,
little
same idea.
heat-seeking missile
Just-
going.
I mean, greatest save, one of the best goals you'll see back to back to hold 1-0 in fall ball. Normally
That's
fall ball
insane.
is like 5-4.
Yeah, 5-4. It's really high.
It's a real barn burner. And
So
just great moment.
it was awesome, and we'll end this thing off from going from one of the best saves to one of the best jokes of all time.
One of the worst jokes.
And I'll let Baxter tell that one
Oh yeah,
to
I'll
end
kind
it,
of
end it
continue
off.
here. One of the worst jokes, actually.
Take it back to freshman year.
So it's freshman year. We're in the calf. It's me, Marcus, Tristan, maybe Gunner, someone else. I think is there.
Elliot's there.
Elliot. That's it. I always think I forget Elliot even
Elliot
went here.
Elliot was here.
Kind of brings me down.
Yeah.
Shout out the Jew.
Shout out Juban.
Anyways, we're in the calf. Colbin's finna meet us, and he's sitting down with his lunch or dinner, either way.
Dinner, yeah.
And he's like, "Guys, I got this new meme." We're like, "Huh?"
Preface it with Coach Drake. Like there was a reason. Okay, I'll let you cook.
Don't worry.
I'll let you cook.
But he's like laughing as he sits down, and we're like, "Man, this might be like really funny." Like he's enjoying this. He's laughing. He's like, "Okay, so everyone knows Coach Drake at this point." And he's like, "Coach Drake." You ever seen that meme with the Megamind meme where it's like, you know,
I'll say it's the Megamind. It just says, "No bitches."
and he's got the face. And so he's like, you guys seen that meme, right? And we're like, okay. And he's like, so Coach Drake, like, he's always talking about early, loud, continuous conversation or communication.
Yep.
ELC, early, loud, and continuous. He's always talking about talking, being loud.
You got to talk.
This might have been like a couple days after our like
Our-
great defensive
our
stand
fiasco.
with no communication. Anyways,
We'll talk about that on another time.
great play by us, really. I mean, did we clap like Bo and Lawrence?
Yeah, it was.
I
We'll
mean-
talk about it another time. We'll talk about it another time.
Anyways, he's still just foaming at the mouth at how excited he is. And he shows us this meme, and it's the Megamind meme, and it just says, and it's scratched out, and you just see, no talk. And he's like, look.
No talk.
And he goes, no talk. And our whole table just goes.
No, I don't even think it was the table. We were saying the whole calf might have just looked at me like,
It might have been
the
the
whole calf went silent.
It might have been the quietest moment.
No. No. Corner. Yeah, there it is. That's what it was.
I mean, I don't really remember. Like I remember him telling us, and I remember us being like, "What?" And he's laughing. He shows us and starts laughing, expecting us to probably laugh. Not one of us even like gave a fake laugh. We were just like, funny. "What are you saying?" What?
Imagine Coach Drake pulls it out. He's like, "No talk."
It's not. It's only funny because of how dead silent and like we swear the whole calf just went silent.
Yeah.
And we're all just sitting there in complete silence like, you've been giggling about this by yourself? Like, because you had to, because at the time you made that, at the time you're making that, you're definitely like laughing. Like,
I was making it and I'm like, I was like, I can't wait to show it.
And then we all see it and we're like, that might be the worst joke I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was so funny. I'm going to also add on to this by saying me and Elliot are like known for having
same humor.
very similar and
it's so
stupid sense of humor.
It's not funny.
And even Elliot was just,
what are
really?
What are you laughing at?
So you win some, you lose some.
BBC Bubba. And Derek.
Not Derek. Who's Derek? You know, not every joke can hit, and that's fine. You're gonna have some winners. You're gonna have some losers.
If you're not missing a few swings, you're not swinging
trying.
enough.
Exactly.
You're not swinging enough.
So that can go for a lot of.
That was one of the biggest swings and misses I've ever seen.
That was a whiff. That's one where you like swing and miss and do a 360 and kind of just fall.
Yeah, and like your shoelaces are actually tied together.
Yeah.
And then you get up and like try to walk.
You try to walk it off and fall again.
Yeah.
That was I would say that.
Like that was almost 3 years ago, and we're still like flaming him about it.
I'm gonna also say I brought the meme out again. We needed the vacuum, a vacuum one time in Lund. We had this big Lund group chat. He didn't give
up on that mega
mind. We had a big Lund group chat, and you know, as a house, we didn't have a vacuum. So I'm hitting this Lund group chat. I'm like, anyone got a vacuum that I could use? Like, I'll return it in like 10 minutes. We have 50 people in Lund.
Yeah,
probably
there's 16 of 48.
We had 48 people in Lund. I can't get a response for 30 minutes. Like everyone saw it.
Apparently
you hit Snapchat and it's like seen by everyone. No one's trying to give me a vacuum. So I go on.
Create the meme again.
Create the meme. I go, no vacuum. Again, no response. But I made myself happy. I thought it was hilarious. Maybe
I probably hit a. That's pretty good. Because at that point, I now know the joke behind it of no talk. So anytime you use it now and just scratch it out and just replace it with something, it's pretty funny now.
No vacuum.
But before it was like.
So.
What?
Maybe I'll throw up the no talk meme. I'll throw up the original because I still have it. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Can we stall for a second?
Reminds me of Mike Tomlin. How much time do we have here?
We do not care. We have no time.
We have negative time?
We're at 38 minutes. We have no time.
We have no time. Maybe we'll talk about Mike Tomlin another day.
What's a comment that we
Dude, I didn't get to my word of the day.
Oh, you didn't?
My word of the day is tabernacle.
Tabernacle, noun for it's a form of truffle that you can put on food.
Tabernacle, is that your guess?
Truffle that you dig from the ground. It's a truffle.
No, dude, a tabernacle is a place for a group to gather and worship. Or for it's a single family dwelling unit. Both of those.
So I was pretty close.
Both of those. Would not say
just a little few and far between.
Would not say something you put on food is close to a dwelling unit.
It could be
place of gather or worship. I wouldn't say that's necessarily the same at all.
You might be right.
I'm gonna say I'm right there.
So I want everyone to comment. Stop it!
That's my bad. Okay.
Everyone comment their favorite fancy word in the comments.
Fancy word.
Give me a fancy word. It's got to be requirements. It's got to be more than 9 letters.
But it's got to be like something you've like heard of before or said
Yeah,
before.
you can't just look it up and
Yeah,
be like
don't-
fancy word generator.
Don't throw in something
Don't be stupid.
like tabernacle. We've all heard of tabernacle.
Yeah,
we didn't
we
really
didn't know what
the
it meant.
definition. Like taxidermy. Don't throw in taxidermy now. But
I know what taxidermy is.
that's a pretty good word.
I have a story about that I'll tell on another podcast.
What?
That's a cliffhanger. We'll see you guys next time.